Can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling, we could get out of town.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Leslie, and right now you're in my living room down on the farm. First, I just want to say thank you for the response to yesterday's video. That was probably the hardest video for me to make because it was a lot of personal stuff being put out there, and but I was just absolutely blown away. I have read a lot of the comments. I wasn't able to respond because we were going to a leadership meeting last night. But as we were driving in the car, I was able to scroll, and I haven't even touched the surface of those comments yet. So I am going to get to all of those comments and read every single one of them. But the ones I have read, I am just absolutely blown away by your kindness, your encouragement. You're telling me don't be embarrassed by any of that. You've helped people. Those, you guys, I could cry talking about it, but it meant so very much to me. So today's video is not going to be that type of video. It is going to be kind of like a little bit of a day in the life of, but where we end it with a what's for supper. And we're having one of my family favorites tonight. And so let's just get started in the video. And then I'll come back and pop in here and there throughout the video. But I think we'll start out probably headed to the farm because I had some farm work to do. So let's go to the farm and I'll come back in here and there and talk to you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. My name's Leslie and you're in my carport down on the farm. So today's video is going to be very much a kind of, it's a it's going to end with a what's for supper. Nothing extravagant or anything, but you're just going to kind of walk with me through my day today. Okay, so I have had surgery. I am recovering from surgery. Been doing great. Went to church yesterday. Sang on the worship team. I was super tired yesterday afternoon, but I'm just one of those people who I really know how to listen to my body, and I know how to I know when I need to rest and when it's probably better for me to push through. And yesterday I pushed through yesterday morning, but I did rest yesterday afternoon. And so I am just recovering so well, and it's just time for me to get to doing things a little more each day. So one thing that I have put off that can't be put off any longer is closing out the flock, because our new flock comes tomorrow. I don't usually wait this long, but we had our big vacation, then we had a leadership conference, and then I had surgery, and I have been recovering ever since. So today's the day I've got to get the flock in order, and that is only paperwork for me. That is nothing strenuous, but I have to head over there. So that's where we're going to start this morning, is grabbing all the paperwork, putting it together the way it should be, and then we'll get started on the rest of our day. My sweet husband had gone around and got all the paperwork for me and came in here and cut the heater on, and y'all, I'm spoiled. My husband spoils me. He is so good to me, but I'm good to him too, but he is so good to me. So this form right here that I'm kind of folding in half, we have to put everything in like a manila folder like this. it's a pocket. It doesn't like open on the side, so everything's got to go down in it. This form that I'm filling out is kind of our daily worksheet for each house. Each house has one of these, and we write the water usage down, we write the temperatures down, we write if there was any expired chickens, we write that down. Everything kind of gets written down on this worksheet. So this is probably one of the most important things that goes in this. So, and I have to get out, you would think I would know by now, but I don't. So every time I get the flock out before, and I have to remember what order everything goes in, because it has to go in a certain order. Because they check these folders. And so the first thing that goes in is, because our farm is a biosecure area, anybody who comes in or out of this property, they have to sign in, with the exception of us. And I mean, it's our property, but any employee for the chicken company or anything, anybody who comes on through this driveway, they have to sign in. And so that's the first thing that goes in. So I'm going to start my pile right there. Okay, so let's see what the next thing is. We have what is called field people. They are kind of like our boss, or they're for the chicken company, but they come in and they check the houses once a week or however many times they want to come, and they leave a report, like what they found, if they had some suggestions that something needed to be done or whatever. So those go in next. Let's see here. Then, if you remember, every flock is audited. Like, they come in, because we're organic, they come in to check that we are complying and that everything is good. So they leave a report when we're audited, a passing report or failing report. We've never gotten a failing report, but they leave a report, and so that goes in next. So now I got to find that. Found it. So that goes next. I'm kind of giving you the download of what goes in our folders. So then I think it's our feed reports and stuff. Let's see. I don't know where I left off with what goes in next, but anyway, what I just added to the pile was our feed tickets. You've probably watched me many times keep up with our feed that's been delivered. So they keep up with what's delivered, what was extra when the birds went out, and then they send a report. So I kind of have my report and their report, and the numbers have to match, and they do. So now I'm just going to keep moving on, and I'll just see you when I'm done. All right, I am back home now, and I got everything. The old flock is done. It is put away, and so everything's ready for the new flock to come. So tomorrow I'll go over there and sort that paperwork out and get it ready, and we will be back in business. It's so funny how this works. By the time the flock is ready to go out, and we keep them for about 7 weeks, and by the time they go out, we're kind of ready for them to leave. We're ready for a break, and we're so excited, and it's an exciting time watching them leave. But literally, by the time it's time for them to come back, we are ready for them to come back, because it's a sense of normalcy, and it's getting back in the routine. So we're always really glad to see them leave, and really glad to see them come back. So okay, with that being said, I'm going to clean the kitchen. That's what I'm going to do next, because Sunday, usually we go out to eat lunch on Sundays, but we didn't yesterday. We brought Levi home with us, and I had some leftover soup. Liz, let me tell you, Bryant absolutely adored that mushroom tortellini spinach creamy soup. He absolutely loved it. He says, Leslie, this is like gourmet soup. He loved it. So what we did was we swung through a restaurant and got a little bit for Levi, and came home. Bryant heated up the soup, and we just I had some one-on-one time with Levi. It was great. And so I was super tired. I had been at church and sang both services, and so I was tired. Bryant had some things to do, so we just kind of heated up. We ate, and then I said, don't worry about the kitchen. You go do what you need to do. Levi and I are going to just chill out, and I'm going to rest. And so the kitchen did not get picked up. So that's what I knew I would feel like it today. I told Bryant has kept the kitchen clean for me this whole time, and I told him absolutely not was he going to do it yesterday, because I'm feeling better. I just needed to rest yesterday afternoon, and he has been amazing, absolutely amazing. And so I told him I would feel like doing it today, and I do. I feel like almost 100% normal now. As the day progresses, I may not feel that way, but right now I feel great, and I'm just going to pick up the kitchen. It's really not that bad. It's really not that bad. So I'm just going to start picking up, and then I'll bring you guys back for whatever we do next. Well, I've gotten a lot of cleaning done. Not a lot. I've gotten the kitchen picked up. As you can hear, the dishwasher is running. I have several piles of laundry out in the hallway, and being ready to be taken in and out. So what I thought I'd do now is go ahead and start on supper. We are going to have something I've made on here, I know at least once, probably multiple times, but it is my chicken and dish. And all it is some cream of mushrooms, cream of soups. In fact, I need to make sure I've got all the cream of soups I need. And chicken. That's it. 2 different types of soups, chicken, salt and pepper. That's it. And mashed potatoes and green beans. And Bryant has asked for biscuits. So I'm going to go ahead and peel the potatoes. But first, I think I need to find my cream of soups that I need. I know they're not the healthiest thing, but this is just going to be a quick, easy supper, but yet a good, hearty supper. It's going to be one that the family is going to feel super loved and super appreciated, but it doesn't take a lot of effort on my part. So let me see if I got the soups I need. Okay, so here are the 2 soups you need. Cream of mushroom and creamy onion. This is the key ingredient right here. This is the one you don't change. This is the one you use. This, if you don't like mushroom, you can use cream of chicken, cream of celery, whatever, and replace this with. But this, don't change. You got to use the cream of onion. And so you definitely need these. I actually grabbed out 2 of each. But if you're just doing like 1 or 2 chicken breasts, 1 of each is plenty. I don't know how much chicken I have, so I grabbed out 2. But I'm going to peel potatoes, and I'll bring you back in a little bit. Okay, at the meat store where we pick up like our chicken for our big community chicken stew and so forth, they sell what is called breast pieces, which is what I am using for this. This was some that we did not use at the chicken stew, so we froze it. So I got out a couple of packages, and I don't know how many pounds this is right here, but I would say for if you're buying the 3 to 4 chicken breasts, I would cut them in half, and that would be plenty for a nice sized family of 4 to 6. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to salt and pepper this pretty good. Especially pepper. You know me and my chicken and pepper. All right. Oh, what are we going to do? Let me grab the pepper. Have no fear. More pepper is here. So we are going to just pepper this up really good. All right, now you can definitely do this in a crock pot. In fact, when I do this for a crowd like at church, I do it in a roaster or crock pot. It works absolutely perfectly. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a batter bowl here and I'm going to mix my soups together. I may add, oftentimes I add a little bit of water just to thin it out just a little bit. Now I'm making such a big pack. Remember, I'm using 2 of each soups, but if this is just for you, your family of maybe 4, definitely 1 can of each of soup will be plenty. But I want leftovers. I don't know how many will show up tonight to eat, and we definitely want leftovers, so I'm doing a big batch. This is one of our favorites, and I actually have not done it in a while. And we'll determine if I need to add water in a minute. Not sure yet. Oh, I'm spilling it. It's falling off my fork. All right, those are coming out pretty clean. The onion ones, I may have to scrape the container. Oh, that one came out pretty good. I'm going to put just a little bit of water in these because this is the good stuff. Remember, the onion one is the good stuff. All right, I put maybe a 1/4 of a cup in each one of these. So we're going to add that right in there. And I'm just going to lightly mix this together. It doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be anything special, but I do like to give it a mix. And it's pretty thick, so I may add a little bit more water. I'm gonna add just maybe another 1/4 of a cup of water. Let me get this up before I make a mess with it and end up wearing it or stepping in it or knocking it in the floor. All right. Now that's the consistency, not pourable and spreadable, but you don't want a liquid, if you know what I'm saying. So a nice thick gravy consistency. All right. I probably need to preheat my oven. Let me see what time it is. All right, I want this to go in at about 4 because we want to eat between 5 and 5:30. We want to eat around 5:30. So I'm going to go ahead and slowly preheat my oven and get this ready to go. And what I do is I do cover this with tin foil. And then I let it bake for an hour. And then I take the tin foil off and I let it kind of brown up a little bit. It doesn't get really brown because this is just kind of like chicken and gravy basically. But I do like it to get kind of like a little, I don't know, a little brown pieces on the top. So even if it doesn't do it after I take the tin foil off, I may even put it on broil for about 5 minutes or whatever. So, all right, and I'm just kind of spreading this all around. I did spray my pan with what little bit of spray I had left. All right, I'm gonna get some tin foil. I'm gonna cover it up and I'm gonna wait for the oven to preheat to about 350 to 375. And I will see you back probably at the hour mark. After it's been in for an hour, I'll bring you back, take the top off and show you what it looks like, and then show you how we brown it up. All right, so the green beans are on, the tea is steeping, and the potatoes are, I just turned those on, and the chicken is in the oven. Now let's talk about biscuits. And with my potatoes, the only thing I do is water, salt, and lots of butter. That's the key. Lots of butter. And so let me talk to you about my biscuits. If you are familiar with my channel at all, you know I have a biscuit video, and it is the 2-ingredient biscuits. I love that. It is just self-rising flour and heavy cream. That is it. And they make the perfect biscuit. But my second, or they're kind of equal to me. My 2 favorite biscuits are my 2-ingredient biscuits and Southern Biscuit Mix Formula L. It is over there with the flour. It has pieces of lard that has been I guess dehydrated or whatever, but it's got pieces of lard in it, and it has pieces of butter in it. And all you do is you follow the recipe on the back and add buttermilk, and it is so good. I love Bisquick for my sausage balls and stuff, but don't use Bisquick for biscuits. This is the easiest. I know it's not everywhere, but if you can get Southern Biscuit Mix Formula L, if you can find it, and if it's in your area, please get it. Either that or try my 2-ingredient biscuits. So, I mean, I can make biscuits the old-fashioned way, but these, they just can't be beat. Either one of these. So, I've got in this, my enamel bowl here. This is like my favorite biscuit bowl. I use several depending on what's easier to get to, but this is my favorite biscuit bowl. And I've got 3 heaping cups of Formula L biscuit mix in here, and I'm just gonna add buttermilk. Now, I'm not gonna tell you how much I'm adding because I just go by the feel, and so yeah, I can't tell you, but I can tell you if you follow the recipe on the back of the bag, it turns out perfect every time. So I'm not going to start these quite yet, but I do kind of like to get them ready ahead of time, but I'm not going to start them yet. The chicken's got a while to cook. The potatoes have a while to cook, so I just have it measured out and ready. So I'm going to start cleaning up here. And we're going to have a delicious supper. And then Bryant and I have to head off to a leadership meeting at church. So, the family won't get to hang around long, but they're going to have a good supper while they're here. Okay, everybody, we're just going to take the tin foil off and put it right back in. But be careful because steam will come out and get you good. But we're going to get this back in the oven and let it kind of brown up a little bit. Oh, look at that chicken and gravy. So we're going to stick it back in and let it kind of brown just a little bit. It's going to be so good. And oh, so good. Green beans, mashed potatoes, the chicken and gravy, and biscuits. All right, so the family is just about to sit down and eat supper. And in the clips you're gonna see, I'm just gonna lay it out there and put it out there. It's as real as it gets around here. I had little cavemen for grandchildren. I think one of them was eating with their fingers. I think one of them spilt chicken. It was kind of chaotic. But let me just say, we use that as a teaching opportunity to, in that moment, we shared with them, you know, after I cut the camera off, we shared with them, we don't eat like that. We eat like human beings, not animals, and we use our utensils. And so we were able to use that as a teaching moment, as well as it gave me a great idea. It gave me the idea of doing some individual, maybe out to eat or dinners here with one of the grandchildren at a time, and teaching them manners, how to put the napkin in their lap, just teaching them. Because a lot of times, unfortunately, I'm going to be honest, that sometimes the whole family, because we had a leadership meeting to go to, the whole family is sometimes in a hurry. We say the blessing and we just begin to eat, and maybe we haven't always modeled how to eat appropriately. Now, of course, I use my utensils, but it's been a teaching moment for all of us that we need to slow down and teach manners. And so we're going to do some intentional teaching, almost like charm classes. I attended charm classes when I was a little girl, or a young girl, not a little girl, but a young lady, and was taught to eat with class. And I don't always do that now, but it's good for them to know. So we're going to be doing some intentional teaching. But in their defense, let me just say, they were starving. We had delayed supper, and then we called them into the table. Their plates were fixed, but then something happened. I don't know if it was a phone call or I don't remember what happened, but supper was delayed again. They were starving. They were having to sit there and look at their plate because we had not yet said the blessing. And so once we said the blessing and it was the green light was given to eat, they were starving. So they were just ready to shovel it in. So in their defense. But anyway, please be kind in your comments, and remember they're just little boys, and we are going to use it as a teaching moment. So here you go. Here are my wild cavemen. All right, what you going to try? The chicken?
Chicken jockey. I spilled it, but
You did spill it, didn't you? The chicken?
yeah.
Is it delicious? What about those mashed potatoes? Oh. Phenomenal. Benji likes everything. Caroline, what you like?
All of it.
All of it? All right, Dad, what do you think?
The mashed potatoes are my favorite. You know why?
Because you made them.
And let me try the chicken.
You trying the chicken?
How did I drop mine and Dan drop? How did I drop mine and you?
Amazing.
Amazing, phenomenal, the world's best.
The world's best chicken. All right, what do you think about them potatoes?
Wait, let me try the potatoes.
Yeah, what do you think about them potatoes? Papa's giving him words to say.
Off the chain.
Off the chain.
I'm not lying. That is pretty good.
It is pretty good. All right, we're going to enjoy.
Wait.
Oh, the biscuits with the mashed potatoes. That's probably the best.
Try the beans yet.
Oh, you got to try the beans.
Oh, I didn't ever. What?
Good?
Let me.
Very good. What about the biscuit?
Hey, let me try one. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Cut that TV off.
No. Bubbles.
What'd you just try? The green beans? Oh, they're much better with a little bit of potato on them, aren't they? They're boys eating with fingers. So anyway, supper was absolutely delicious. It was definitely fingertip worthy of going in, just going in and getting it. It was worthy of that kind of eating. It was delicious. And I haven't cooked like that in a while. Jamie didn't get to make it. Isaac and Jess didn't get to make it. So it was just us. So I did, but let me say, I said Isaac didn't get to make it. He called at 11 o'clock and says, do you have any leftovers? And we were already in the bed and we were like, yeah. So we went and unlocked the door and he came over and took what was left home with him. So he even got to enjoy it. And he was like, yes, this is it's one of the family favorite meals and it's so easy. And, but anyway, all right. Well, thank you for hanging with me today. Thank you for coming along with the What's for Supper. Thank you for tolerating my wild grandchildren and loving them in spite of their bad manners that we're going to get on top of. So anyway, all right. Thank you guys. I love you. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.